Get the latest on what's going on this earnings season, meets, beats, and more in Zach's Earnings Scorecard.
Time to take another check of that earnings scorecard with the editor of Zach's Surprise Trader, Eric Dutram. We're here on July the 11th talking about this. This is a busy week for banks, right, as far as earnings go?
Definitely. This kind of kicks off the banking part of the earnings season. We see a lot of big name banking companies report later in the week. Most of them report before the bell, so we're going to get a lot of hints about how these companies are doing. And let's be honest, it's been a very brutal environment for banks here over the last couple of months.
Yeah.
Awful interest rate situation, basically no hope of interest rate hikes in the near future. So it's really going to be a test to see what these banks are made of and if they can deliver in this very difficult environment.
It will be interesting. U.S. Bancorp is one that tops your list.
Yeah, this company reports before the bell on Friday. This has a Zach's rank number 4, which is a sell. So not a good start right off the bat there. It does have a VGM score of D, so you strike 2 there, and a negative earnings ESP of 1.2%. So you could argue a strikeout for USB before their report, but let's take a look at the chart real quick, discuss some of the other fundamentals here. As we can see, U.S. Bancorp, it's been a solid performer over the last 5 years here. We should note they haven't missed earnings in this 5-year time frame, so a pretty good track record. But as we can see, the earnings consensus estimates have fallen here over the last couple of years, and that's largely thanks to this interest rate issue that we touched upon at the beginning. That really doesn't look to be changing anytime soon. So while USB has done a great job of managing expectations, it's going to be kind of difficult for the company to really surge after this report. So this could be one to avoid here before the report on Friday.
All right, what about PNC Financial?
So PNC is another company with a Zach's rank number 4, the sell. It does have a 0% ESP, so it's a little bit better on that front, but a D VGM score, so not some great fundamental metrics for this regional bank company either. Let's take a look at the chart for this one. As we can see, they also have a pretty decent track record when it comes to beating on earnings, but they do have a miss in this most recent quarter, so they don't have quite the streak that the USB had. We can see a similar trend with their earnings estimates as well, kind of a sharp downtrend. And once again, that's basically a reflection of this much poorer interest rate environment. So, this is another company to sort of be wary of here before the earnings. The Zach's rank number 4 is never really a good sign going into the report, so watch out for this one as well.
All right. Do I ask about JP Chase?
Yeah, this is actually a slightly better story, and that might be because the company is a little more diversified, doesn't really rely as much on the interest rate issue as your PNCs and your USBs of the world. So slightly better situation. We do have a Zach's rank number 3 on this stock. It does have a FVGM score, though, and some of the recent estimates have been a little troublesome. If we look to the chart here, we can see that estimates have fallen a little bit here for JPM over the last couple months. It does have a couple beats here in the most recent couple months here. So it is important to note that the full year estimates are a little rougher for JPM. We've seen some of these estimates trend a little bit lower compared to the current quarter. So the outlook is going to be really important here. And if investors want a little bit more about JPM and how to sort of trade this one ahead of their report, I know Dave Bartosiak is going to be talking about this company on Wednesday afternoon. So be on the lookout for that.
All right, sir. And you'll be back as the earnings season progresses, right, with more numbers and companies to populate your scorecard?
Yeah, definitely. And just one other quick thing here, just wanted to note, if we look at the last 6 months here for these companies, just kind of wrap things up for how the financial space is going, we can see that all of them have underperformed the S&P 500. The green line is the S&P 500. It's up about 12.5% in the last 6 months. Most of the other financial companies we've mentioned here are doing a bit worse. PNC is the only one that's actually losing over this time frame. So, once again, that was kind of one of the weaker ones that we discussed, that along with USB. So, not a great trend. It's going to be difficult, but we'll have to see how they do later in the week.
Indeed we will. And don't forget, information on earnings always ready and available on our website, Zachs.com. Link to it all right off the homepage. With Eric, I'm Terry Ruffalo.